Beat a snow-covered land. Snow-covered land one time. Let's go! Okay. So with that snow-covered swampy swamp, we can go ahead. 1, 2, 3, 4. Destroy all creatures here. Bye-bye. And then we'll get our Quandrix Cultivator back. I could do the Innkeeper just to gain a life, but I don't know. I think this is better. And now we're still out actually holding up. Saw it coming. How's it going, y'all? Time Smash MTG, and today we're back with some more Midnight Hunt standard action. And today we're playing a spicy little brew that I made up all by my lonesome self. This is Sultai Superfriends. I love this deck. Now, I'll go ahead and say before I do this, I actually have already recorded the games with this, so I'm going to pretend I'm not going to give you any spoilers here. But I just forgot to hit record when I was talking about this thing. I yapped for like 2.5 minutes and then started playing. So this is me re-talking about it. And I've also put a sideboard together. And the gameplay you're going to see is the last best of one we'll have here, probably the next video. Will more than likely be best of 3 stuff. Even though you're seeing this a couple days after the release, this is still me being recorded on the first day of release here. So I just didn't want to put sideboards together when I don't know any of the cards been played. Anyways, Sultai Superfriends, you see it in the name. We have all kinds of Planeswalkers in this thing. We're playing 2 of Kasmina, Enigma Sage, a card from Strixhaven that just never really saw play. But it's a 3-mana Planeswalker that comes in and can plus up to 4 loyalty. So it kind of has a good amount of loyalty for a 3-mana Planeswalker. It can't really protect itself super well. Yes, it can make the fractal creature tokens. But just +2 to Scry 1, even though that seems really boring. In a shell like this, where you're just trying to ramp up and slowly accumulate all this advantage and kill your opponent's creatures, this helps a lot. We go from that. Early on we had the Bloodchief's Thirst and the Prosperous Innkeeper. Prosperous Innkeeper helping us ramp up to these turn 4 things on turn 3 is really nice. So we're playing a whole playset of Quandrix Cultivator because we are kind of a ramp shell. We're playing 2 Binding the Old Gods, a little bit of removal, also some ramp. 3 of Memory Delusion. The only reason this isn't a 4 of because I didn't want to burn the extra wild cards on it. But I did want to try this out, and it seems like it'd be really good in this shell. And spoiler alert, it is. One that may surprise you, but if you saw my Werewolves video, this actually ruined me a couple times. And for me playing with it, I'll include like my play for the game you see in the first thing. It's not in this actual video. It was off camera, but I had to when I recorded it. I was like, oh my god, this is good. But there's a lot of 2-mana creatures running around right now. A lot of tokens been, thrown out on the battlefield. This destroying each non-land permanent this way, and then you get to add mana for it. You saw in that preview thing, Culling Ritual to board, got to add 5 mana, and then cast a WRENN for free. So a board wipe, and then you put your WRENN on the battlefield. Not bad for 4 mana. At the 5-drop slot, we're playing a 2/2 split of Lolth, Spider Queen, and WRENN and 7. I would probably play more WRENN and 7 if I had them. Again, just short on wild cards with the Ben Day 1 here. This is a card that I didn't really like in previous season. I kind of poo-pooed on it a little bit. Card's good. Card's really good. The fact that the token has reach makes all the difference here. If that token didn't have reach, I think this card would almost be not unplayable, but it wouldn't be very good. But this thing having reach and get to protect you from things like Goldspan Dragons coming down is just incredibly important. Finally, at the very expensive slots here, we're playing 1 of Mordenkainen. Don't love this card, but it's still good. It still makes big old doggos, and it still draws you into answers you may need. 2 Blood on the Snow, possibly more. Again, we have some stuff from the sideboard here. 1 Professor Onyx, and finally a whole playset of Orange Epiphany. Land-wise, pretty simple stuff here. They're also pretty. 1 of World Tree to kind of help us fix that mana when we get late. We get to 6 mana pretty fast in this thing. Otherwise, you got Pathways, a Shipwreck Marsh, and some big 6 Snowlands. Sideboard-wise here, if you want to play this, you can kind of switch it up. I just threw this together. But I'm running 3 Negates, 2 Test of Talents, 2 Culling Ritual, 1 Single Duress, an Infernal Grasp, and 1 Power Word Kill. Because I think in those matchups, especially with sideboard, you'll know if the Power Word Kills are usable or not. If it's usable, then hey, don't have to take 2 damage. But if it's not, then you still have these Infernal Grasps to deal with here. 1 Soul Shatter, and then finally we want some big creatures to kind of side in if we need to. So we're playing 1 Tovalor Huntmaster and 2 Kolma. Already know that card's good. So let's take this in the ring, see how it goes. Let's go! Alright, y'all, first game of the day here is against Kitten Flux. Gonna take them on with some super friends, cause they're some super friends. Super friends, they're super friendly, yeah. Don't think we can keep this. Like, I can foretell on 2 and then double Quandrix Cultivator, but that seems like it's a little bit slow. Ooh, this is even worse. We go 5. No. Guys, I swear this deck's really cool, but we're going to mold a 4 here, I guess, and have to keep this. Put all of our actual threats at the bottom. YOLO and stuff. Not the good first game here I was hoping for, but maybe they'll be slow. Okay, well, we can Bloodchief's Thirst. Okay. Bloodchief's Thirst there is nice to hit for 1 mana. We'll go ahead and just play another black for now. No reason to really... Well, I guess maybe we should in case you draw like a Quandrix Cultivator, but it's not going to matter right now. Oh, so we just got to like survive until Blood on the Snow. We might actually be okay here. Valkyrie... So if I draw a green or a blue source, I actually feel kind of bad here for not playing, yeah. That's my fault there. That's my fault. And like as soon as I played, I realized that. But you always want to kind of lead off on like keeping all these colors open, just because Quandrix Cultivator does require all this mana. With what we have right here, I definitely could have played this Clearwater Pathway instead of the other Snow-Covered Swamp, and we'd be able to ramp up here. Have a blocker on the battlefield for something. And then, God, yeah, we've even got 3 snowlands right now. I guess that wouldn't be enough right now. They're at 26. Come on. Mega punished here. This sucks. So we're going to take 12. Go to 6. Don't know what we can really play. Don't know why opponent had to wait to the freaking timer just to swing at me, but come on, man. So we lose this game. Now, granted, kind of my fault here because I should have played that Clearwater Pathway instead of the Snow-Covered Swamp earlier, just in case I drew the Quandrix Cultivator, which I did. Because if that's the case, we're at 6 right now, for sure. But the next turn, we just Blood on the Snow. Culling Ritual ain't quite good enough here. But we Blood on the Snow. Don't bring anything back, but at that point, like, they're stuck with 3 different lands, or 3 different cards we don't know of. Alright, so game number 2 here is against Tokakateki. Let's actually make sure we play our lands out correctly this time. On the draw again. But this is a hand we can definitely keep. Don't mind this one bit. Still a little bit slow, but I think it's okay. Let me see this. Nice, okay. Innkeeper here is really nice to see. Looks like they're holding up a Shock or a Play with Fire. So we'll go ahead, play our Innkeeper here. This is actually a really nice start for us. I like this a lot. Like, even on the draw, we still got to not die to Goblins, which on the draw against Goblins, you can just die. Don't know why you play Shock instead of Play with Fire. I mean, it's just strictly worse. But you do, you opponent. Luckily, we still can play our Quandrix Cultivator here. Which should be nice in this matchup. It should be a really good blocker. We'll take that. This next turn, I guess we can play WRENN 7. And have a big old 5/5 with a reach blocker held back. Yeah, so I'll happily trade there. They didn't get the first strike. Ooh, hello, Blood in the Snow. How you doing, baby? How is you doing, baby? We're not going to get anything back with it right now because the snow covers. Well, actually, I guess if we draw a snow covered land next turn, we could get a Quandrix Cultivator back. And we still kind of foretell this. That's actually not that bad at all. Man, stop playing Lords. Jeez, that's really good. Now, we are going to wipe the board here and then bring out... Well, no. We need a snow-covered land. Snow-covered land one time. Let's go! Okay. So, with that snow-covered swampy swamp, we can go ahead... 1, 2, 3, 4. Destroy all creatures here. Bye-bye. And then we'll get our Quandrix Cultivator back. I could do the Innkeeper just to gain a life, but... I don't know. I think this is just better. And now we're still actually holding up. Saw it coming too. So that's really, really nice here. Love that little interaction. We're at 6. Chevalier, don't really care about. They can play that all they want. Dude, I'll happily trade this if you're trying to attack into it. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Okay. Ooh, Deluge isn't bad either. Doesn't really matter here. We have pretty equal amounts of everything. Let's go play WRENN 7. Still holding up Counterspell. -3. Make a casual 9/9 with Reach. Can't see how Goblins has a way to get through that, but we'll see. We're still at 6 life. They could just burn us out here. Not worried about that since it deals damage to whatever's blocking it. I kind of think I just let this resolve too, right? I'm not even really afraid of that. And then we just Memory Deluge? Yeah, let's just do that. Like, they can't suicide their thing. So yeah, let's Deluge here. I think I'll take a Cultivator and another Memory Deluge. This deck's gas. Like, you guys get to do so many silly little things with this. Now we'll +1. Only 1 land, and oh no, all my good spells. I wish there was a way to bring these things back to your hand. So now we do this, and we're still holding up. Saw it coming in Memory Deluge. And I can actually, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Maybe I shouldn't have done that because I could have done Deluge and like a hardcast Saw It Coming, but we still have double Saw It Coming held up here. Okay. That's fine. I think we're just in the driver's seat now. Like, what are you doing, opponent? So I think opponents, they just done with this game now. So we'll easy blocks here. We'll take 2, go to 4. We have 14 power on board. Hey, opponent! Let me play my cards. 1-1. Let's go and play another. Let's game number 3 against Angus. Angus, loose, loose, loose. We get to be on the play. We get to have a Prosperous Innkeeper on turn 2, and that makes my day. Prosperous Innkeeper into Binding the Old Gods should be pretty gasoline, I would think. White, okay. Green, white. Now, again, even though this will be going up a couple of days after the set's been out, this is still day 1 to be playing here. So, next game you're seeing will probably be sideboard games if I have the time for it, because that's what I really want to do. I think we got to kill this Trelisara. So I'm assuming this is either like a Lifegain build or just straight up Clerics. If we answer this right now, we still get to ramp with Binding the Old Gods. We can attack in here. And with Memory Deluge, we should be able to find some answers to any other creatures that we play. So, Righteous Valkyrie. Let's go find her forest. Ramp it up. So we'll Memory Deluge on end step. Hopefully just find us a little Blood on the Snow. That seems like it's plenty fine to me. Also, like any Planeswalker we play is probably going to be good here too. Okay. That's okay. Another Valkyrie here would not be amazing. Okay, well, I mean, we'll Memory Deluge here end of turn, and hopefully, like a Blood on the Snow just, again, kills this deck. I know it beat us the first game, but this is like a matchup that I feel like we have just an absolute fantastic game against. Opponent finally attacked. These Clerics opponents, Lifegain opponents, come on, what is this? 3 lands and a Prosperous Innkeeper? Boo. Don't like that. Especially when we got 3 lands in hand already. Oh, well, thank goodness we drew another one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we can't quite Memory Deluge yet. We can still gain some okay life here. We'll go above 20. Sad thing is, if they gain a lot of life, they can still just double Valkyries just a house. This has Death Touch. We might as well ping them down for 1, just to try to mitigate any life gain they have here. If we can avoid Righteous Valkyrie, I still think we're in an okay spot. What is with these freaking clerics people just having all the righteous Valkyries? So that nice little top deck of theirs gets them 2 different 8/10s and a 7/7 innkeeper. Come on. Meanwhile, my memory delusion is drawing nothing but lands. Come on, dude. Top deck, one time. One time. Play out another creature. Yeah, that's fine. Blood on the snow. Blood on the snow. Saw it coming. Nice. I mean, I could look at this, but... So we looked at like literally half our deck there and didn't find a single board wipe. 1 and 2. Eh. Alright, next game here is against Schmidt Dog. I'm feeling like Schmidt Dog. We're going to turn this around. This deck is good, I swear. We're just getting really bad variance here, but this hand looks good. We got the Blood Chief's Thirst on 1. We can foretell Saw It Coming on 2. We got the board wipe in hand already, so we're ready to go there. Let's go. Monk of the Open Hand. I think I like foretelling Saw It Coming here, so that way next turn I can Blood Chief's Thirst and then still hold up a counter spell. Because they probably go like Luminarch Aspirant here, or maybe they go, if they go double 1-drop, that kind of stinks. Yeah. So this is fine. They can put a counter on their Monk. Fine by me. Ooh, Cultivator's actually really nice here too. So we'll do green. We need a green at some point. Blood Chief's Thirst, take out that Luminarch Aspirant, and then we'll hold up a counter spell. Seems good. This seems like right up our alley for what we want to face here. I really think this deck's the truth, y'all. I know it's like early on, and like we're 1 and 2 in this video right now. But like I said, I played some games beforehand with it, and it felt really nice. Ooh, Binding the Old Gods, that's actually pretty good too. I think we just play that now. I think I'd rather just kill that thing while we have the chance, and then have a way to ramp next turn anyways. Because like next turn we're not doing anything special, and if we draw a land, we can still Quandar's Cultivator and hold up Saw It Coming. Be my guest. Be my guest, friend. Give me an untapped land. Thank you. I actually really like these slow lands. I know they're slow lands, but they've actually been working pretty well for what the deck's trying to do. So now we'll go get a blue source so we can hold up the counter spell. This seems solid. And we also have 6 lands. Plenty of snow lands here, so we have 3. That's fine. We're going to wipe the board anyways. Yeah, okay. This is actually great. Another snow land would be like the best thing we could get here, because then we just bring the... or no, we can't bring Cultivator back. Okay, so that doesn't even matter. We're still going to wipe the board here, though. And we'll get 2 4/4s? Bye. Bye. I don't know, I think this game's under control. What do y'all think? We have this Orange Epiphany ready to go. Larry on my wayward son. That's a pretty good follow-up. Go ahead and play another card. Play another one. Another one. Okay, we just keep drawing lands. That's fine. Let's attack first. If they want to trade like their whole board for a 4/4, absolutely okay with that. My thinking is they say no blocks here. Then we take another turn. Then we're kind of forcing them to have to take some blocks on a little bit. So let's have ourselves an epiphany. Memory Deluge ain't too shabby either. We attack! Curious what their last card actually is. We smorking them, get them down to 2. Let's main phase this, because if I do end up taking a land or something, or if we find like something we can foretell here, I'd rather foretell it. You know, like Orange Epiphany. I could take Innkeeper, I guess, but yeah, it just seems stupid. Maybe this is the wrong play, but I just don't see how we lose from here. I'm going to go ahead and foretell that, just in case they have some kind of way to Elite Spellbinder. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, like if they Elite Spellbinder here, we don't draw land next turn or something, and then I would hate to not be able to cast our Epiphany, so that's fine. We still got the counter spell held up. I know I could have countered it, but it's just, I don't know, it just doesn't really seem like it's scary enough for us to worry about. That should be GG's. Alright, 2-2. Let's go and play one more here. Try to win, finish this off with a winning record and try and get up to Plat 2. Let's go. Alright, last game of the day here is against Awesome Feathers. Let's take them down. On the play again. So we had to start off the first 2 games on the draw, but everything since has been on the play, so that's cool. And I like this hand. It's a little slow, but we're still foretelling on 2. We'll go from there. Best draw here is definitely Prosperous Innkeeper. Ain't it, but we'll foretell this. Not a huge deal. Opponent having themselves a start so far. Ooh, Bloodchief's Thirst is nice. That's actually a really good pickup. We can go ahead and kill this Kalain. And from playing with Kalain, I know they don't really care about that too much, but I do think like these things having to come in with the extra counters does help them. And I don't want to kill the Shambling Gas because then I'm just feeding the treasures for them to accelerate. Now, granted, maybe I could have just played into that by killing the Shambling Gas, having them make a token, and then maybe they think they can just go ahead and bust off a Goldspan Dragon early or something like that. Deadly Dispute. It's pretty good. Expect to see a lot of this in Standard. This is still just a very powerful thing you can do. Opponent at 4 mana on turn 3, despite them being on the draw. And that's with them playing all this stuff. So they doing some things. Oh, that's fine. Yeah. I could counter that. But then I don't have a counter spell to hold up for a Goldspan Dragon next turn. I think we're actually not going to play this Cultivator because I do want to hold up Saw coming because I'm just too afraid of Goldspan Dragon to let them do that to us. Kasmina's interesting here. And I haven't got to play with her yet. She's been really good in like the games I was playing beforehand off camera. One of those things, especially on turn 3, you put her down, you just start scrying and fixing your draws for the rest of the game, and then like your opponents want to attack it down, but for 3 loyalty Planeswalker, it's actually got pretty high loyalty. Yeah, so we saw this one coming from a mile away. Give me a green source, baby. Dang it. Not cool, man. Not cool. So I guess we have to play the Cultivator now and hope that they don't draw into another Goldspan Dragon. Let's do this and get our other forest. Lame. Luckily, this WRENN 7 can come down, provide us with a 6/6, possibly 7/7 token. Yep. It's pretty good. So we're down to 14 here. Ooh, so I think just to be on the safe side here, we just Professor Onyx and sack. Unless they're playing Ebon Death here, then I don't think we get punished for this. Plus, this doesn't target it, so it doesn't make a treasure token. And no attacks. I'd rather hold this Cultivator back so they can't just end the Bugbear and kill it. There's part of me that's like, okay, if they did just do that. Not that worried about it. But I prefer it to stay alive if it could. So that's 2 Goldspans down. We're only at 14, so it could be worse. Wow, that's pretty good. All right, but wait, there's more. Let's go ahead and get WRENN down now. We didn't come here to lose, we came here to WRENN. Get it? We came here to WRENN. That's the joke. This is 7/7 with reach, no big deal or anything. Totally fine. They could still Gold Span, attack, and Soul Shatter or something like that. Well, I guess Soul Shatter we could just attack the WRENN though. It's already kind of done its thing by giving us this big chunky 7/7, and then we just kill their thing. They can den the Bugbear, and anytime I want them to do this kind of stuff, I do hover over it. Okay. What do you say we draw some more lands? Give me some lands, baby. Okay. And don't really miss those other cards, that's fine. What do you say we play Mordenkainen? If I don't have anything to hold up, I'm not going to bluff it like I do. Let's make a big Doge. Big Doge! Big Doge. So we have 8/8 and a 7/7, now 8/8 and a 6/6. I still think it's worth it to play the lands, though. Now, our lands tap for anything. I'm going to hold this back. Did I hold it back for now? I think we hold it back for now. One more turn. Because if I get to untap with these, like, this game is just probably crazy over. Can't imagine they play Blood on the Snow, considering they play in basic lands. Yeah, Yadar. Yadar I'm not too scared of. You can have that one, opponent. Come on, play your den. Activate it. Who are they passing? Woo, boy. Zamber. That's a neat little interaction there, actually. That's kind of cool. Don't kill my friends. Okay, let's just... This deck's so good. -3 on WRENN. Let's go ahead and make another 8/8 with reach. I think we can afford to attack. No, opponent, no! 3-2 here with this. That brings us to 8-2 overall with the list overall. Hey, Platinum 2. Let's go take a look at the deck list one more time. Alright, y'all. So we had a little bit of a rough start there with the Mold of 4 and losing. And then getting to look through about half our deck and losing a game because we couldn't find a board wipe. But otherwise, we got the job done. So despite us being 3-2 in this video, like I said, I'm actually 8-2 with this. So I was 5-0 before recording. Deck's really good, I think. I think this really feels powerful to me. I know a lot of people are going Temur Ramp because they want to play Arlen. And there's the Burn Down the House as a board wipe there. And I can totally see doing that as well. But Blood and Snow has been really clutch. And despite us only playing 9 Snowlands, it still felt like enough where most times I could bring back this Quandrous Cultivator. Or at the very worst, a Prosperous Innkeeper or something like that. I think the Black Package for it's really good, though. Culling Ritual, we didn't get to see it much in this... Maybe at all in this video, actually. But like I said, at the beginning there, I put that little clip in. The card's been gassed, so I've got to cast it. And it's an easy card to side out if you know you're not going to play it. I think there's some adjustments we can do with some of the number of these things. And again, some of that's just due to me needing more wild cards. And even though Solid Coming was decent in this show, I don't know if I love main deck Solid Coming here just because we're kind of trying to tap out and be like a more tap out Super Friends list rather than a Sultai control list. But that's what we got. Hope y'all enjoyed. If you did, like, comment, subscribe. Thank y'all so much for the support since this set came out and before. Just so many positive comments. People either using the decks and doing really well with them or just enjoying them or going to try it out. And it means a lot to me to hear that kind of stuff and to see y'all doing well with it. Because as you know, for the channel, like I work another full-time job. I just don't have the time to push for Mythic like I used to. But I still enjoy making these decks, playing with them. So... if I can give this kind of knowledge to somebody else and somebody else has fun with them and does well, that makes my day and that makes it all worth it. So thank y'all so much for the support and the love. It means a lot to me. We'll see you next time for some more standard Red Snow.